Hello, I'm David from PRM Taiwan, and today I'm here with many important people from Yizumi.
Thank you.
So it's very nice to meet you all.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The first question I'd like to ask is, what machinery do you have on display this time at Chinaplas?
So maybe this, from the traditional consideration, will be different tonnage of machines, or different kind of machine like tower machine, hydraulic, so electrical machine or two-pedal machine. But it's not the main theme. The main theme is the process. So you can see a lot of pro in our booth. For example, this Form Pro is to demonstrate the physical forming, the Deco Pro, the decorative function for auto parts, and also Pack Pro, so for packaging machines, Optic Pro for optical applications. So all of this are the main theme in our booth, instead of a standalone machine. So that's the way we try to develop ourselves, and that's the way we try to tell the market that Yizumi is no longer a standalone machine maker, and then we make thousands just by making thousands and thousands of machines every year, and then we are strong. We are not only strong to make machine, but we are strong to deliver the whole solution, good technology, good process to customer. That's the main theme of our exhibition. Yeah.
Excellent. So the Pro is the main focus.
Yep.
For this time.
Yep.
Excellent. So if you could go a bit further and introduce how your machines can compete with some of the European machines that are already on the market.
Yeah. If you compare our machine with the performance of the Europeans, you will see, if you look in detail into our brochure, into our catalog specification figures, we have more or less the same specification. And quality-wise, maybe I shouldn't say that, but something from outside, quality-wise, we are on one level. Meanwhile, that was the past, that machines coming out of China have had poor quality. Quality level is excellent. So at the very end, the customer is interested then in price, and that's our big advantage, because it's not only 5%, it's much bigger, the price difference, and that's the interesting thing for our customers. And in second example is machine-wise is our FF machine. It's a general purpose, fully electric machine, and that's also a new development. We do not talk about that so much. We talk about the Pro process, as Richard mentioned. We talk about this Optic Pro. So we exhibit lenses, LED lenses made out of silicone rubber. But the base to do that is a totally new development. It's a new electric machine, and again, compared that to our competition, it's a general purpose machine performance-wise, and that means we have to compare with, when I go to the in comparison to the Europeans, we have to compare not with their electric machines, because they are far away price-wise. We compare with hydraulic machines, and we are on same level. We are on same price level, but we are much better in performance because it's an electric machine, and that's our strategy, that's the target.
Excellent. So you can compete well on price and performance, but what about if it comes to after-sales service or any aftermarket concerns that the consumer might have? How do you plan on addressing the concerns of the customer?
You mean, so
for after-sales service, we have a global service system. We can provide spare part. We can provide local service from our business partner in different countries. Like European country, we have around 10 sales agents in different countries. We also prepare to set up a spare part center in France this year. So we can provide the spare part very quickly to different customers in different countries. And sometimes we send engineers from China to support our sales agent in other countries. So our customer is satisfied for after-sales service in global market.
I want to make one more comment. Many of our customers are complaining about the service from the European machine makers. Maybe they're efficient, but they are very expensive. Since for the European machine maker, they consider after-sales service as a source of profit. But we consider this as a kind of service. We never expect good profit, or we expect no profit from service. You see the difference. So many customers buy our machine not only because of the price, the performance, but they consider in the long run the running cost of a machine, especially the service cost of the machine, is much lower than that of our European counterparts. This is one important point that seldomly the machine makers in Europe mention, but it's a fact. Yeah.
So because of this, I guess you have many returning customers. After they've purchased one machine, they're happy with the after-sales service, and they'll be back again in the future.
Sure.
Now, one thing I'm very interested in is, at the moment, many machine manufacturers are finding it very difficult to find talent in the future. So how are you planning to address the concerns of finding the future talents for your company?
You mean for us or for our customer?
For you, for your labor in the future.
So every year we recruit at least 50s, at least young graduates from the university every year. Of course, we cannot keep 100% of them, but as our companies grows bigger and bigger, and more young guys want to stay with us, and not only numbers but also the quality of the people. In the past, so maybe we cannot attract the top class graduates from the university, but now gradually we see we are able, by offering better salary package and also with a better company name. And we have more and more good young engineers who join Yizumi and can stay in the company for a longer period of time. And also not only in China, but also in Europe. Please comment whether we can attract some good guys. Okay.
No, it's also the case in Europe. And what is the base for that? One was mentioned by Richard, is the salary. But to be honest, you do not have to pay the highest salary in the world to be attractive for young employees. They like to be motivated. They want to have an area without too many restrictions. That means in development, for example, you have to give them a target, a goal, but you shouldn't tell them how to find or how to go, which way they should to go to come to the result. So that should be done by themselves. So that motivates them, that you give them a target and, let's say, some fences, but far away, and inside this area they can go by themselves. And that motivates young people more than only the salary. Salary should be attractive, but must not be the highest one in the world. And that's the way I convinced a lot of young people in Germany too, and that was also the way for the pre-development subsidiary. And that was also the way in the last time here in China, in Chunde, when we started with the process department, which was not existing 2 years ago. And we hired a lot of young people meanwhile. And yeah, they like the work environment. That's what they like. They like also the reputation of the company, sure, and the reputation of Yizumi in our business area is a good one, and that are the important issues. And then also salary.
Excellent. So, apart from Chinaplas, what other fair shows around the world are you interested in, or are most important for you?
Actually, this year we have a lot of exhibition in global market. Totally, we have more than 20 exhibition in the world. Like Taiwan, we will join Taipei Plus. Next month we have NPE show, and also next month in Milano, Italy. So. To be expanding the brand of Yizumi in global market, we continue to investment in exhibition, trade show, and some different advertisement like magazine also.